I'm here with Bob Arum. Now, you are a household name, Bob. Tell me, we are just hours away from the big Shakur versus Yoshino. What are your thought process going into this?
Very interesting fight because Shakur is a master fighter, master tactician. But the Japanese boy, if you watch the clips of his fights, is a straight ahead brawler who really can hit hard. So it's a fascinating fight. It's like the Matador and the Bull, and it's not a walk in the park for Shakur.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think this is going to be an easy win for him, or do you think that Yoshino's going to give him a run for his money?
He's going to give him a run for his money, but a lot of people who look at Shakur say, hey, there's nobody around that can beat him. So, I mean, Shakur is one of these fighters that come around once in a generation. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And the whole card is filled with interesting fights. I mean, you're going to see Jared Anderson against another undefeated heavyweight. And a lot of people say that Jared is, after Tyson Fury goes, will be the next big heavyweight champion.
So, do you think that Jared has the ability to get to Tyson Fury's legacy?
Well, Tyson Fury told me when Jared was first starting, he was in the gym and Tyson used him as a sparring partner. And Tyson said to me, "This kid is amazing. He's going to be a future heavyweight champion." But Fury was the one that told me that, and so yeah, I think that Jared is really special, and so is Keyshawn Davis special, and look how we've stepped him up so quick. A 10-round fight. I think it's his seventh fight against this European fighter who has had a lot of experience. So, I mean, the three fights that are going to be on ESPN, all the rest will be on the app, the ESPN Plus, should be terrific fights.
Now, I know there's been talks that whoever wins the Haney versus Lomachenko fight, that Stevenson would possibly get in the ring with whoever wins that fight. Do you think that Shakur has what it takes to go up against either Haney or Loma?
Well, I'm very high on Shakur, so I think he can go in with anybody. But I have to be honest about it, that if Lomachenko wins, the answer would be definitely that I know I talked with Loma, and he would look forward, because he's that kind of fighter, matching up with Shakur. But if Devin wins, Devin's having trouble making 135, so he may be going up in weight to 140. So I'm not that optimistic that a Haney Shakur fight can happen.
Okay, right. Now, like I said, you are a household name, Bob, and you have seen some of the biggest fighters come together. You've been responsible for that. Now, tell me, if you can choose two boxers, any boxers to get in the ring, what would be your ideal fight?
Currently, boxers?
Yeah, you could do current, and then I would do probably anyone, but current and then.
Well, current, the fight I'm looking forward to is Tyson Fury and Usyk. That would be well. Also, Beterbiev and Bivol in the light heavyweight division. There are a lot of really good fight. Shakur and Lomachenko in the lightweight division. A lot of really interesting fights. The monster Inoue with anybody because he's so exciting. So a lot of good fights. Now, fights in the past, there were so many good fights. One of them, obviously, the Hagler Hearns and Hagler Leonard and Leonard Hearns. I mean, all of those fights were classic. Oscar De La Hoya and Tito Trinidad. Uh, uh, so many of the Pacquiao fights, particularly with Morales. I mean, those were really classic, interesting fights. And I think the fights now that are being made are equally interesting. I think this fight that's coming up with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is a fascinating fight, as is Devin Haney with Lomachenko. And then a month later in June, we have Josh Taylor, who is going to be at the fight here in New Jersey tomorrow night against Teofimo Lopez. That's really, I can't wait to see that fight.